Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the final part of fixing or making, whatever I called it, making the ultimate screen accurate Woody doll. And today, here's Woody. This is how he looks at the moment. I took the bottom half of my Disney Store Woody doll. I cut him apart, undid the stitching with a seam ripper. I didn't actually cut him. But, well, I did. I cut off the boots. And then I sewed. So these boots are not attached yet. I sewed denim, real denim, to the bottom of the Disney Store Woody pants in order to get the length that I needed to fit the boots in there. Because the legs are a little shorter now than they were with the original legs. And actually, the belt loops on these pants, they're actually stitched more accurately. So the stitching's actually really good on these legs for an accurate Woody. It's just the material is not real denim. That's the only downside. So this is a perfectly acceptable way to do this, right? The only thing here you might see is in the middle. In the middle of this doll, there are some fraying fabric edges here. And that is because I had to hand stitch the entire doll together. So if you turn it to the side and to the back, here, he's on a stand, which is under his vest. If we lift his vest up, I actually sewed this original Velcro patch to the body to make it a solid piece of denim, Woody denim. So that made this body a lot more square, and I believe I also restitched the sides here because these arms, there's a little bit of fraying going on with the arms here. I'll have to go back and watch my other part that I recorded. I recorded myself taking apart the Disney Store Woody, throwing the legs on here, sewing it together. Oh, the other thing that I did was I gave him a voice box, which you've seen if you've watched my Toy Story, Fixing Woody Part 3 teaser. I showed that I pulled his string and he had the slow retract dialogue. That died. So that is why I haven't finished that part yet. That's why this video has been taking so long. He's been fraying, and his voice box stopped working, and I stitched the voice box in. Because I'm a stickler for accuracy, and I wanted his body to be the right shape. So, I kind of got myself into a situation, into a pickle, if you may. Fixing that fraying edge would be very difficult. I would have to unsew the doll without disturbing the fraying edges, which are already fraying, and then have to glue the frayed edges back together, re-stitch it by hand, and then replace the parts again back to where they were, like put the belt back on, because the buckle's gone. You can see that. He's missing his buckle because I was painting it. And these boots, the spurs no longer are gold. They are just the standard plastic. I used acetone to take the paint off, which is the standard sort of paint remover chemical. But it also does damage to plastic, so you have to be really careful with it. And then the other thing I did, his hat now has a leather cord around the edge here, you can see, that I did by hand. I just went through it with my fingers to get that on the Woody doll hat. It's not the right color. I'm going to look for a better leather cord to finish that with. But for now, I think that looks better than what was on it. And it has that two-tone color where it kind of matches the ribbon around the hat there, but again, that's not screen accurate. That's just something that's sort of temporary because that's the best leather cord I could find at the moment. So yeah, that is our overview of what I did to this Woody. And of course, today I'm going to be fixing and finishing this doll because we are joined by a very, very special guest, which you may not have been expecting. And that is Woody. And guess what? That's not all. We have Woody. We have two different Woodies. This one, he's just kind of here for fun. This guy is my actual childhood Woody doll that I played with at my grandmother's house, and I found it there. It has Andy on the boot, which is wrong. The N is the right way because I was little, right? And I could spell correctly. So I didn't realize in the movie the N was backwards. But the other special guest here, we have a real, legitimate Cloud logo, USA released Woody collection doll. The Toy Story collection, not signature collection. This is the collection Woody. And I bought this Woody, I found him at a thrift store, and I paid $1.99 for this Woody doll right here. This super ultra rare Cloud logo original release 2009 Woody. So, because I found this Woody doll here, this Cloud logo Woody, at the thrift store, that was a sign. That was a sign telling me to get up, get off my ass, and start finishing this project here. So, what I'm planning to do, because I have good parts on the original doll, and this doll's a little dirty. The vest is very dirty on here. So, what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be washing off this doll. We're going to be dismantling him and swapping the good parts, like the vest here, this cleaner vest, the hands from the Disney Store Woody, the head from the soft and huggable Woody. I think that's another thing that's different. I added these Disney Store hands. So I'm going to be swapping every single plastic piece minus the buttons over to this new doll. And we are going to essentially be doing what I did in the original video. We are going to essentially clean this guy up, swap these parts, and we're going to hem the vest. That's the only sewing we're going to be doing. These legs here, very hard to do by hand. So I do not recommend doing that unless you have a good sewing skill and are confident to do that. So, without any further explanation, this has already gone for much longer than I wanted it to. We are going to get into modifying our Woody doll. Alright, well, this is Woody in his final form here. I'm completely happy with this. I'm going to leave him as he is right now. But we're just going to do a little overview of everything on this Woody doll that we've modified and done since you last saw him. So pretty much we're going to start with this hat here. The hat pretty much has had a felt liner mod on the inside. That's probably, I think I hot glued that in, and then it also has a nice leather cord around the edge here, so it's no longer that nylon rope kind of thing. It's now an actual leather cord here. So that's our Thinkway Woody hat. The holes are still there. There's no way to really fill those, I don't think. But that's our fully complete hat there. No paint modification or anything like that. So next up we have our head here. This is our original Thinkway Toys soft and huggable Woody head from the first part of this tutorial video sort of series. And it still has the original paint work that I did on it. I just took acrylic paint, some pink, and I think there was some tan in the lips with the pink color. And then the hair stripes were done with more acrylic, so some dark brown and lighter orangier brown there for the lighter stripes, just to provide some contrast on Woody's head there. If we go up close, you can see just the stripes on all the stripes on the head there. Is he a little dirty? Yeah, there's some dirt on him. Might have to clean him a little bit, but other than that, he looks just as good as he did in the original part. So there's the original soft and huggable head there. The little bandana, that's the one from the signature Woody, because that one is less faded than the one from the denim body there. So we got that. The shirt and pants obviously are the Cloud logo denim ones, and then this vest is the vest from our original signature doll. So the gold paint on the signature sheriff badge is a lot nicer than the Cloud logo one, at least in my opinion. It's just a nicer gold, more of a warm gold color, so it's just pretty nice. The vest fits pretty nicely until you get around to the back. It has a little bit of a gap there, but I don't really mind it for that. I think it looks good enough from the front. The belt and holster are from the original signature doll, and the buckle is from the collection doll, just because I was missing our original buckle. So yeah, I was missing the buckle from our signature belt, so I used the one from the collection doll, but it's about identical. And then our holster was repainted with a nice red there, and a nice chrome and a nice yellow to match the buckle. The hands, these are from a 1995-96 Thinkway Woody. Mine is actually from the Interactive Buddies Woody and Buzz Woody. But the plastic color is just much nicer than the Disney Store, and the sculpt is more accurate. So those are the hands that I went with. Then obviously we got the denim jeans here, and then down at the bottom, our original signature collection boots with the repainted spurs. And overall, that is the most accurate Woody I can ever make. And then he also has the full Tom Hanks voice pull string here. Alright, so I'm going to do our little demonstration of the pull string on my accurate Woody, and you can see here he looks just awesome with that soft and huggable head there, and just all the details are great. The only thing that's not so great is that when you pull the string, because of the slow retract, his hat likes to fall off. So you got to keep a hold on the hat there. Let's do it. I'd like to join your posse, boys, but first I'm going to sing a little song. So that's not the first line he says. I don't remember which one is technically first. But he says there's a snake in my boot twice in the loop. And each time he says that, there's a different set of similar phrases afterwards. So I based this voice box off of the Toy Story 1 voice pull string, so it's in a certain order. We got it. We got the first line. That's the second line from Toy Story, right? The second one he says. That's when he flops on the bed, right? So these are all kind of in order of scenes in the movie. This one was unused in Toy Story 1, but it's used in Toy Story 3. But it was from a deleted scene. There's just a couple classic snakes in his boot in there. So yeah, some of these aren't in a particular order, but the Reach for the Skies are.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Somebody's poisoned the water.
I think he skipped the Reach for the Sky there, but.
There's a snake in my boot.
Yeah, so there's supposed to be Reach for the Sky. This town ain't big enough, and then somebody poisoned the water hole, like he says in Sid's house. But this guy just skips lines because of this wonky pull string. So it's not perfect, but it does the job, and he talks. And he has a slow retract ring, which I really like. So he skips some lines. Because it's not a full pull string mechanism, it's just a bottle cap with a string running through it. But it's just so cool to hear the Tom Hanks voice, and then he's got the right hands there and everything. So I'm just really happy with this guy. I think he's really cool. But yeah, so other than the dead pull string in here, which is easily rechargeable, this guy is pretty much he's pretty much perfectly complete, and I'm really happy with how he looks. The colors remind me a lot of Toy Story 1 Woody, and the head sculpt looks like Toy Story 4, Toy Story 3 Woody. And I just think this guy looks great with all things considered, all the parts used from 4 different Woody dolls. If you had just the Cloud Logo one, you could get away with just 3. But my Cloud Logo Woody didn't have the hat, which is why I used the signature parts, so they would all match. And other than that, all the work we did with our Cloud Logo Woody and everything, I'm really happy. It was a very simple solution to the complicated problem that I built myself into with the other doll, with how I sewed it and everything. So this doll is just, overall, I'm really much happier with this end product here. And I think it turned out great. And on top of that, we also have a collection Buzz Lightyear, which I found at a comic book store, and that was priced for $20. So this is another great deal. He fully works, working laser. He talks, he has the wrist communicator, he has the wings that pop out and make sounds and light up. So this is a perfect pairing here for my signature collection Toy Story 3 Woody. We basically have our signature collection Toy Story 3 Buzz, or I guess he's a collection Woody now. Whatever, he's a whatever Woody. He's a mix of all different Woodies. So this is just the perfect Woody right here, made with no modification to any of the parts at all other than cosmetic. No resculpting, no re-hemming anything, just basically stitching the vest down and repainting the gold parts to be yellow, which just looks so good. I'm really happy with all of this. This is perfect right here. This is Toy Story. And with that, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video and for watching my other Woody doll videos. If you're one of the people who watch those are my most viewed videos on this channel. It's really the only thing my channel's really known for other than the Indiana Jones hat project. So just want to say again, thank you so much for the support, and if you like and subscribe, that's even better. You don't have to, but you know, every YouTuber has to say that. You know, but with this project here, it was a lot of fun. I finally got it finished, which is something I never usually do. I never usually finish something. So, yeah, it was a really fun time doing this, and I hope to keep making some more videos for the future, because this is just the short version of this. There's gonna be a full tutorial on how to actually do this, where I show you the sewing, the redoing the boots, repainting everything. So that's coming soon. This is just the video to get it out there. Like, this is done. I did it. Woody is done. And the next video, I'll be showing you how I did it and how you can do it if you're able to get a Cloud logo Woody like this, or if you're able to get just any signature Woody. It doesn't matter if he has the denim jeans or not. You can just do everything I did in the video and you'll end up with a pretty nice looking Woody, as long as you have the parts for it. And they are pretty hard to find, but there's a lot of great people making parts, third-party parts that actually look more accurate to the original Toy Story. So there's a lot of different options out there now. So, but this is the all Thinkway version here, the traditional Thinkway Toys Woody. So that's the idea of the project. And from me and from Woody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.